Hi. So Lily and I, are working for the Department of Medical Education, and we were just hoping if you want to introduce yourself and tell us a little bit more about what you do with comm artists.
Okay, I'm Arjun. I'm in M2 here at the College of Medicine, and Come Artists it's really a club for fun. You know, a lot of people that are in med school have probably done music things at some point in their life, whether it's singing, playing piano. Honestly, I'm sure like almost every med student has played piano at some point. And then you come to med school and you get busy and things like that, and you kind of lose touch with those things. So Come Artists is just a way to stay active and do the things that you really enjoy doing.
Mm-hmm. So growing up, did you only play the piano, or were there any other instruments that you were interested in? Or
So I started out playing the piano when I was young, maybe like 4 or so. So that was the first instrument I picked up. And then in, I think, 4th grade, I joined band. That's like the first year that we had band. And I played percussion. And I played drums from then until maybe like my freshman year or sophomore year, like properly. And then my sophomore year of high school, I should say. And then in my junior year, I just like started casually playing the guitar, just like self-taught or whatever.
Right.
Mostly just to sing along, like not anything fancy, but just play chords, strum a little bit, whatever.
to like complement your other instruments?
Exactly. And it's like a nice versatile instrument. You can like move it around and stuff like that. It's much easier to move than a piano.
Right.
And singing, I started in 5th grade, and I started singing not because I really like to sing necessarily, but because my sister, who is 3 years older than me, sang in choir. And choir was after school, and guess how you pick up both kids at the same time after school when one of them's in choir? You put both of them in choir.
Right.
So I got forced into choir, and that's when I started singing in 5th grade. So initially by not force, but necessity maybe,
Right.
or convenience
For your parents.
logistical convenience. And then I just continued in choir, and then in college, or actually in high school, I did some a cappella. We had a a cappella group in my high school, and then I did it pretty, I would say, seriously and time intensely in college. I feel like I spent probably as much time singing in my a cappella group as I did studying.
Here?
No,
In
not
high
here.
school?
In college.
In college, okay.
Yeah.
How did you balance okay, so in middle school or in high school when you were both in band and singing, how did you balance your time?
Okay, let's see. I was in band, not in high school. I didn't do band in high
Okay.
school, so I was just in choir.
Okay.
In middle school, I was involved in a lot of things. I don't know. I just did. I felt like I was always just shuttling from one extracurricular to the other, but I enjoyed doing what I did. So,
I mean, that's always a good thing,
Yeah.
just being involved in everything. So, since music is a large part of your life, how do you think that's shaped who you are today?
I think it gives you a way to express yourself. I definitely can associate certain songs with, situations or feelings or something like that. Certain songs, if I play it, it brings me back to a very specific memory. It gives you a release, I guess, if you feel like you need one. Just either sing or play a song or listen to something, and also helps you meet other people who enjoy doing something
Right.
that you do. Like my friends in a cappella in college, we really enjoyed each other's company, and when we were hanging out, half the time it would just be like a Disney playlist, and we were all singing along.
Right.
You couldn't necessarily find that for random people in
Right.
college. So
Right.
meeting other people as well.
So, since you're involved in comm artists, let's just expand a little bit on not only music, but arts in general. How do you feel that, not only to you personally, but to everyone, or just as a society, how important do you think art is, that it needs to be taught in schools, even in medical school, and like the importance of artists and like how it's going to help facilitate that idea?
I think that arts are important. Also, disclaimer, I'm not good at any type of, like visual art or painting or anything like that, so I was never good at that. I wish I could be, like I'll watch the Bob Ross episodes and he paints it and I'm just like,
learn something
how
from
do you do that? He just goes like, scratch, 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 and suddenly it's a mountain. So
I could say the same thing about whenever you play music. Like, I am not musically inclined at all. So putting together like a song or like some chords, I would just be like, how are you doing this?
Yeah. So I think it kind of, going back to what I said before, it gives a means of self-expression, but also probably develops skills and characteristics that you wouldn't get from other things, and makes people more well-rounded individuals, I think. There's probably some neurobiological, mechanism or something like that, regions of the brain that get activated that I probably should know but don't, or at least I don't know yet. And I think overall it just makes people more well-rounded, and it's almost like a similar philosophy to in med schools these days. They're really looking for applicants who are, well-rounded, that will make doctors with, people like say, good bedside manners and stuff like that, and probably is a similar type of mindset if you've gotten a well-rounded experience as a musician, someone involved in the humanities as well, instead of someone who's just like, I like science and I hate writing papers, or I hate music classes or whatever.
For sure. So, you said you played the piano,
Yes.
the guitar,
Yeah.
and was there one that I missed?
Percussion. Drums.
Percussion, drums. If you had the chance to go back, and I wouldn't say redo it, but just go back and be able to learn any other instrument that you could have, which one would that be?
Oh, I actually already know the answer. If I had to learn another instrument, it would be the cello, just because I really like cello's sounds. It's like a nice range. You can have like the rich, deep notes, but they can also go pretty high. So I would definitely take a cello over a violin. And I guess it's also a different type of instrument from the instruments that I play.
Right.
So yeah, I already knew cello.
Would you like want to pursue that now, or do you feel like it would just be too hard to pick up a new instrument all of a sudden?
Probably just a time thing.
The
Like
time.
if I had time,
Right.
If I was in a white room with a cello and nothing else, I would definitely do it.
For sure.
But I don't see myself doing that anytime soon, if ever, just because I have enough as is. But I always thought it would be fun to play it.
Yeah. So whenever you're playing these instruments, or let's say you're listening to a song and you get inspired by it, typically what genre would you listen to compared to what genre do you play? If they are different.
Pretty similar, I guess. My taste in music is not necessarily limited to one genre, but in general, not what's played on the radio these days. In general,
Right.
like there are some songs that I like, but for the most part, they're pretty like harmonically simple and repetitive or stuff like that. So I don't enjoy them as much. What would I listen to? I have like a little bit of everything. Some things that are old, some things that are new. And what would I play or sing? Generally sing what I listen to that's in my range. And in terms of classical music, I like, classical music, most of the things that you listen to, I can't play.
Right.
Because I'm like, well, first of all, I don't really play piano anymore. I don't practice or anything like that. And secondly, I was never good enough to play, some of the very popular ones where your hands are going like that. I can't necessarily,
Maybe one
do
day.
that. And then I think that is the end of my answer. I think that answered it.
So, like with all of these musical talents, do you hope to implement them in comm artists? Maybe like have like a workshop per se, of where you're like teaching people like the talents that you do have, or
Yeah.
so how do you want to incorporate it basically?
So the club is really whatever people want to do with it, whatever there's interest in, that year, you can do. It's really a club for your own enjoyment on the side of your medical studying and your academic pursuits. Some place for people to do whatever they want, whether that's writing or music or painting, whatever it is. So, I mean, if people wanted to do a workshop, I would probably be happy to do that. And I always enjoy, sharing what I've learned with people, not just in music, but in anything. I really like teaching people. So yeah, if there was interest in it, I would do that.
Yeah, for sure. I think that was it. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Lily, do you have any other questions?
No questions, but if you want to do a little plug for comm artists here at the end.
Yeah.
Oh, so I don't know who exactly I'm talking to right now, but even if you're a very busy med student, it's probably something that you'd enjoy doing on the side. It's not like you're gonna be meeting several hours a week, but just a way to explore the things that you probably enjoy doing but don't find the time to do anymore, and enjoy doing those with other people. And if you're not a musical person or an artistic person or whatever, you can go and enjoy the work of your classmates when they sing and perform and show off their art, and support them, support your friends.
That's awesome.
Awesome. Well, thank you.
Thank you.